are we today?
So Oxford Motor Park today for the first round of the Nora Championship. So just been out for qualifying there. Track was fast, like real fast. So I messed up a little bit on my fast lap. I think we ended up 8th, but I was happy. I was riding good. I felt comfortable, and yeah, I'm enjoying it out there. So that's the main thing now.
Looking forward to the first race then?
Yeah, looking forward to the first race. We did a few practice starts then. Both of them were good. So yeah, looking forward to getting behind the gate. Hopefully having a good day.
Perfect. Good luck, man.
Okay.
Right, so who are you and where are we today?
My name's Josh Vale and we're at Oxford Motor Park for the Nora Pro Championship.
Perfect. And what just happened? How did that go?
Yeah, it went well. We went out for qualifying. I was hoping to be near the front and we went 4th for second off the front, so yeah, I'm happy with that, and hopefully we can be in the top 5 in the race as well.
Buzzing. What are you thinking of the start and the whole track? Like, how do you think the track's handling?
The track's pretty good at the minute. It's only one line, so it's quite hard because all the 450s are blowing everything out, but if I can get a start and be up there, then it'll be a good day.
First race down, how'd that go?
Yeah, first race, mint start, I don't know if you got it, but out there with all of them like Conrad and that, just come in a little bit too fast for the first turn and ended up pushing wide and dropped down to 4th or 5th or whatever. But yeah, first few laps I felt really good on the bike. I was pushing and like staying with like Purden and a few others. Just halfway through I started making a few mistakes and ended up dropping down to 7th, I think, but I come back strong at the end once I calmed down a little bit. And yeah, 7th overall in that race, so I was happy enough. Just got to keep the consistency through all the race instead of having a good beginning, then struggling in the middle, and then go again at the end. So yeah, just things to work on and look forward to the next race.
Well, the track looked a little bit better today.
Yeah, it was good. To be honest, the track's really good. Like, and if I was just saying to Chris there, like, if you just take a step back and have a look, everyone's like going in the insides and they're all dead choppy. But if you just take a step back, there's like a line or 2 lines out of it, and it's smooth all the way around. So just need to go have a look around the track and figure out where we're going, and hopefully better in this next one.
Perfect. Cheers, man. First race down. How'd that go?
Yeah, first pro race ever. Yeah, it went well. Yeah, got 5th. I was guy who was in 4th crashed, and then I gave him it for half a lap, but then I was knackered, so I just let him have the position, and I got 5th, yeah, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. For a first pro race then, how did that feel? Like, how did it?
It felt good, just the races are so long, I was a bit tired, but no, I felt strong and I'm excited for the next race.
Yeah? What do you think of the track?
Track's fast still, but it's rough, it's square edge, and every rut is just, you're just hurting your arm, so if you can find the right line, you're alright, but if not, then it's just so tiring.
Last race done. How'd that go?
Last race, just come off. I got a good jump, and I think Jason Mira went down on the second turn and just had nowhere to go, so ploughed into the back of him. But come back from last to 7th, I think there. But we made a few changes with Ian, and bike felt way better. And Chris as well. Chris put a 50 sprocket on instead of a 51, and the bike handled way better. I felt more comfortable. I was pushing on, like passing. Yeah, felt good. I enjoyed that race.
Yeah, looked like it, to be fair. Looked proper trick going around some of those corners.
Yeah, no, I felt good. Like I said, Ian had a bit of a mess on with the suspension, and yeah, felt way better. So happy.
What was the difference between the bike then?
Just in the turns, I got loads of like notches out of them, like loads of square edges, and I just felt the first one, as soon as I got on the power, it was just bouncing out of the rut, bouncing out. And that one, I don't even know what he did, but the bike would just sit in the rut and it wouldn't kick us out of the rut, so it felt way better. So yeah, big thanks to Ian, big thanks to Barry and Chris and all the team. We've had a good weekend, first weekend with a new truck, well, the truck being painted. So yeah, we've had a nice weekend. Have you had a good weekend, Mila? Yeah. Thanks for being friends, haven't you? Yeah. Put your foot up on the camera.
Hey. Right, next round is British, isn't it? Oakstone.
British, aye. So yeah, hopefully see you all there. Have some fun.
Race 2, how'd that go?
Well, it was good, but I made it hard for myself. I was pretty much last out the gate, last round the corner, and then it was just 30 minutes of roost. But I got back to 6th. It'd been nice to get another 5th or a 4th, but I'm happy with my riding and I feel good going into next week. So.
And what is next week?
The British, so hopefully about the 450s in there we can get a start and then run at the front with the top boys. So.
Awesome, man. Well, how did you find the bike then?
No, the bike's good. Obviously I had an injury and I haven't been on the bike for 6 weeks, but come back last week and I feel really good in it, and after this weekend everything's positive, so.
Looking forward to it, man. I'll see you at Oakstone.
See you at Oakstone.
So, how'd the weekend go for you then?
Yeah, one of them really. A few good things to take away from it, and yeah, just one of them days struggle really, but yeah, another week of getting back to it and see how we go next weekend.
And what is next weekend?
British, first round of the British at Portstone.
How'd you find the track today?
Yeah, I like this style of track with the jumps and then a little bit of sand in it and stuff. It's nice, so yeah, hopefully we'll come back soon.
A good weekend. I like this track, even though it is quite fast. Conditions were good. Good lineup of pros. Unfortunately, the start of the weekend wasn't ideal with our Youth 125 rider, Piglet, or Drew Pigford. He done some bad damage to his ankle with some ligaments, so he's going to be out for 4 or 5 weeks. So wishing Drew a speedy recovery. So we 3 pro riders today: Josh Vail MX2, Colton and Charlie both MX1. Colton rode great all weekend in qualifying and both races, and finished, I think it was 6th or 7th overall. We haven't done the final results because we literally just walked back from the final race. Josh, for his first pro MX2 weekend, rode exceptionally well and had a 5th and a 6th, so he must be 5th overall. But really pleased the way Josh has handled himself in his first pro event. Charlie had a little bit of bad luck. He's suffering with a little bit of a back injury, so which doesn't help, especially on a gnarly track like this. And he had to sort of pull out in race 2. But overall, the speed's there, the starts are there, and I can just see improvements from all the riders going forward.
Perfect. What's next weekend? What's next?
Next weekend we got the first round of the British, so we've just come off the back of first round Bridgestone, first round of the Nora, straight into round 1 of the British next weekend at Hawkstone Park, which I know is Josh's and Colton's favourite surface in sand. Maybe not so much Charlie's, but yeah, looking for a real positive weekend and another step forward in the right direction.